Gypsy man. We're going to do part 2 working on the slide for my Glock 33 restoration. And if you remember, we had that chewed up front sight that we have to clean up. We got to clean up the entire slide, and we got to get this broken rear sight out. Now, I started it a little bit just to experiment, and we're just going to bang it out with a punch and the mallet. And then we're going to go on to polishing and taking out the plunger, taking out the striker, cleaning up the slide, and giving it a coat of oil. So this is part 2 of the video, and the first thing we're going to do is get this rear sight out. So let's get back to hammering a little bit, lightly, using the mallet and a punch to get this out. And it's really just getting a little bit of leverage on it and banging down. It's coming out pretty good. And we're not going to do any edits. Here it comes. Matter of fact, now that we have that much of it out, we can probably put the new sight on and just make this a lot easier. We're gonna go with the Americo 820 for this. And as we slide this new one on, the old one's just gonna pop out. So we basically just got it started. We just got it started just so we can put this new sight on there. And I just give it a little dab. It's been so long. A little oil, and that's gonna just make this so much easier for me to get this new sight on. So we get it started. Let's get it started a little bit. Maybe it'll help bang that out. There we go. So we don't have to do too much. The old one's gone, as you can see. All right, so we're just gonna go to our normal procedures for putting on a new sight. So put this aside, go ahead and get our tool out. And these things, I think, save a lot of time and valuable when it comes to putting on new sights when you get new guns, because we all know that when we get a Glock, we got to put new sights on it. That's just part of the deal, right? So we got that on like so. Let's get that taut. We get our wrench. And we just crank it. Like so. It's so much easier when you use a wrench. Now if you try to use this sidebar here, it's gonna take forever. So let's put it on the bench. Get them on there. So much easier. So this is going to be for a right-handed shooter. Now, if you're one of those special people that can put your sights in the middle and not shoot left a little bit, kudos to you. But for most of us mere mortals, and I don't consider myself a novice shooter at all, but you got to set these guns up for you and know where your bullets are going. So it's a little bit too far over. So we're going to bring it back a few millimeters, and we'll be done with this part of the restoration. Let me just use just a couple. You can do it by feel. I can do it pretty much by feel these days. And you can feel when the sights have been pushed over some. And I like to look at the sides to tell me how far over I need to bring it. Now for a right-handed shooter, that may work, but to be certain, let's take them over just a tad more, because it's, like I said, 357. So it's not like it's going to be the hottest round in the world that you can't roll with. It ain't like it's a 40, because I noticed on my 40s, I bring the slice a little bit further. Okay, that looks good. And because I'm all about precision, I'll break out the ruler in millimeters just to see where we're at. So about 2 on the right and 2 and a tad probably on the left. So that should be good for any right-handed shooter. He should be shooting bullseyes with that. If not, you know, he can definitely have these adjusted again. So let's take out that front sight, which is dying to come out because there wasn't even, it was loose. But I'm not surprised it was loose. I'm not surprised at all. Not one bit that it was loose. So let's go ahead and clean that up. Clean off the inside. Because remember, this gun has never been cleaned or oiled, it looks like. So before I put that in there, let's go ahead and clean that up a little bit. All right, so it's ready for the front sight. So we're going from, look, I can't even hold it. We're going from that, look at that. I'm almost losing it. That to that. That's how these sights. I like Glows. I think they're great sights. I like the Trooper. So I like that blacked out rear sight in the back. But I do use 3 dots at night. That's my choice. That's what I'm used to. So we're gonna put a little bit of, yeah, I'm using blue Loctite. Never went wrong using blue Loctite. I don't like things to be too permanent, because you never know, they might want to change the sights. So what I like to do is I'll put the screw in there, let it stick out a little bit. All right, so the screw's in there, let it stick out a little bit. And I'll just take this, make sure I got enough Loctite on there, because if he didn't maintain this gun down, I can't really expect him to start, but I hope that he will after seeing these videos of his gun being taken care of. And I just started as so. I put it on there. I like to put a little tension down as I do this to assure that it's going to be flush and straight on each side. And then I'll take the screw and I'll tighten it, hand tighten, and let the Loctite do its job. And for the people who like to know exactly what's going on with their sights, I'll go ahead and take out the millimeter ruler. I prefer millimeters because it's more precise. And what we have is about 6 on each side. Yep, 6 on each side, so we should be straight. But to be sure, let me go ahead and loosen that up. Just to be sure. just to be sure that we have the same measurement. That's it. That's it. So I put the same pressure and we lock it down. All right. So that's one way to do it. So we got our new sights on the gun, on the slide. So look at that. Let's clean that up. Matter of fact, let's save it for another video. All right, so part 3, no, let's say part 2, B is coming. All right, Gypsy Man, peace.